Alright guys, we're into game 3 now, and again it's World Eaters against Blood Angels. Second matchup against them for the day, and hopefully learned a few lessons from the first game this morning. But this time it's up against Dean. Dean plays StarCraft 2 and he plays Protoss, so it's automatically, you know, a guy that I don't like. Just kidding, of course. Dean was actually a pretty cool guy, and interesting fun fact, he purchased this army from the guy who actually played me in Game 1, so that was Bartosz, who painted this army up, then sold it off to this guy Dean, and just collected a brand new Blood Angels army, so I'm playing both of them. The mission is fairly straightforward. It's pitched battle, but there are 3 objectives, as you can see in the middle of the field, with the white circles, which we've just got to capture, basically. So both deployed in a fairly defensive formation, looking to move forward with our vehicles. Next image, Dean's list has 2 Razorbacks with ass cannons, 2 Bale Predators. He's got a Land Raider Redeemer, and he has 1 Assault Marine squad. He's got a Devastator squad with missile launchers, 1 Land Speeder, and he's got a Chaplain and a whole bunch of Termies inside his Land Raider. Next image shows you a bit of a side view of the battlefield. I'm going to have to really work a bit hard this game to just contest these 2 objectives and capture them and control them. I feel like I don't really have the type of force that can easily spread out and control all 3 objectives, because with his superior shooting, really, it's very annoying shooting, I should say, I'm going to get rhinos knocked down, and it's just going to be hard, so best bet stick together. Next image, in his... well, before we start the game, he gets a scout move with both of his predators, and he explained to me that he was allowed to pop smoke in them. Fair enough. You know, if that's what you do, that's what you do. So that's what actually happened. And straight in front of the objective, and he's getting ready to just move forward and I guess blast the crap out of me with his ass cannons. Love saying that word. Next photo, there's me just moving forward with the first turn here, and I think I stole the initiative this time. Can't quite remember exactly what happened, but I decided to move carefully forward, just shielding my rearmost rhino with the other ones and popping smokes in the rest of them. Defiler moving behind the Land Raider to try and get a bit of cover. Same with the Imprints just ducking on in there. Into the next photo, the obliterators start opening up, and I keep calling their guns heavy plasma guns. They're actually plasma cannons. On my models, I've modeled stuff with flamers and, tau, blast burst cannons or whatever you call them. But yeah, they're mainly energy-based weapons. And if we go to the next image, his Assault Marine squad gets a real pummeling from a whole bunch of heavy plasma plasma cannon attacks, and he loses 4 or 5 guys, which was quite a nice little start there. So that'll make that squad a lot easier to deal with later on when it comes to combat and all sorts of gruesome nastiness. So next turn, he moves around with all of his guys, and he's got a number of dudes in range with assault cannons. I count about 4 assault cannons, 5 assault cannons, 3 of them are twin-linked. He's got missile launchers, las cannon, plasma gun, he's got missile launchers firing at me. A withering hail of firepower, and here's the real crux of the game. In his turn, he shot and destroyed my Land Raider and my Defiler, and he wounded the Demon Prince 3 times. And after rolling all those 6s and failing all of those cover saves and all of that jazz, I was like, ugh, this is not going to be a fun game. And I think you guys can see how bad a position I'm in. If I go to the next photo, you can see my Terminators just hugging some cover, and they're going to be really slowed down. He's going to be able to take the initiative there and do what he likes with them. I don't have the option of just disembarking them from the Land Raider after moving where I want them to, so... really, all I can do this game is just hang in there, hope the game ends early, try and contest the objectives, and walk away with a minor loss. So that's really what my plan is. The other thing here, I mean, if this happens to you in a tournament, you really just got to sort of suck it up and try not to be a dick about it. Try not to, let it affect your sportsmanship score either. Next image, I'm moving forward around on the other side of this building in the middle. Kind of looks like a camping site, really. That's what this table sort of screamed to me. It was like the Space Marine camp, and not so much a 40k universe. But at any rate, the Berserker's moving straight forward just to try and threaten his Devastators, which ended up running away, mind you. And the Terminator's just hang and put. Next image again, he moves forward with his Redeemer, sees the opportunity, and disembarks with all of his Terminators. He's got 2 with Lightning Claws, 2 with Thunderhammers, and he's got a whatchamif call it face, a Chaplain in Terminator armor. So quite a good little photo there. next image, what actually ends up happening is that my guys go first because they're in cover, and the Terminators don't seem to have any sort of frag grenades. So I do pretty well, wiping out quite a lot of his Terminators, and he generally fluffed his attacks, but I think killing my Terminator Lord in the end. Can't quite remember what happened. So what I was able to do is disembark with my squads here, and I've deliberately disembarked with the squad in such a way that this is looking at the bottom right of the photo here, so the aspiring champion is slightly forward, so it'll take 6 inches for him to get to the chaplain, but the rest of the guys won't make it to the cover, so I won't have to roll a through cover, sort of assaulting through cover roll. Same thing with the berserkers in the background, but it's harder for them to make that, so they ended up failing their roll to get in. But if we hit the next photo, I've actually got well, actually, this is another perspective, really, because you can see the Berserkers squad here. They're planning on just counter-assaulting there, and the plan was really to wipe out the Terminators on his side and keep both of my units intact and just consolidate into cover, allowing me to attack next turn. Of course, I get fried by his Redeemer, but that's just life. Next photo, though, everybody jumps in, and I eliminate the other Terminators. And when he strikes back with his chaplain, he attacks the Chainfist guy, but I managed to survive somehow, maybe passing invulnerable saves or him fluffing the attacks. And I managed to score 2 wounding hits on him. And I realized that if I killed him in this round, because it's actually his turn, the combat went to this crucial second turn, it would free me up to assault his Redeemer, which hadn't really moved in his turn, with my Chain Fist and possibly get back into the game. But the 2 wounding hits that I caused, he saved them both with a 4+. Again, my opponent getting lucky and continuing the combat and really eliminating my chances of clawing this game back. So I feel like I played reasonably well to get back into this position, but just again, luck sort of stopping me there. So next image, here he comes in, bringing the pain. He's got his Devastators, which wisely moved back away from the Berserkers earlier on in the game. I just get shredded by all of the flame cannons and melter guns and assault cannons, everything you can think of, Berserkers being shot down. So next photo, I'm trying to move around with my other Chaos Space Marine squad, but he's got his Assault Marines in here as well as his tank. So next photo again, pretty bad way. I mean, this is just where my troops have ended up after that assault. I've also moved the Rhino through there just to improve my position a little bit and to stop his Redeemer from moving around so far. But again, next photo after that, you've got his Assault Marines moving right around, just jumping right over the Rhino so they can assault my guys through here. I think they have Furious Charge. There's a Priest somewhere around which can give them that, I think. I can't quite remember the specifics of the game. And next photo after that, we have some Obliterators trying to do some damage to the Assault Marines, but only managing to kill one. I think I was firing twin-link plasma guns or something at him, not managing to get through the cover. So I passed a lot of cover saves. And next photo after that, only 2 Chaos Space Marines left, which of course he destroys. And as you can see from the final photo, he's got a squad of Assault Marines there on the main objective. He's got a Razorback with a group of Marines in on the fire objective that didn't really participate in the game. So that's 2-0, and he achieves a pretty significant win over me. So that was a disappointing game, but hopefully I'll be bouncing back later in the tournament and using that to get a better draw while the top players play against each other at the top of the field. So maybe it will work out for the best. But thanks, guys. Yeah, bit of a beat down, but hopefully to avenge myself in the next few games.